Hello everyone, this is KingVector11. Welcome to a part 2 official rant video on the situation of modding based on my own experiences and research I've conducted to showcase to you guys, especially those who wonder why modders still exist in GTA Online, even after the new anti-cheat update. If you're new to the channel or a returning viewer or for any other case scenario besides, you may need to know that I upload videos as best as I can every Monday night called my Modders Caught series, where my main intention is to use visual proof to continue to showcase Rockstar's support for modding to quite literally this day and beyond. I have made a separate video in regards to this where I generally ranted about the modding situation and my intentions to showcase these videos to you through my channel, which you can find here. Link will be in the description. So for today, instead of making a new Modders Caught episode, I think it's better for me to showcase to you my personal findings based on research I've conducted after Rockstar has released an anti-cheat update earlier this week. The anti-cheat in question, known as BattlEye. In Rockstar's patch notes, they have stated these general patch update notes as you can see on your screen now, but I'd like to bring to your attention these two main notes I have marked with a red arrow. First of all, Rockstar provided an option to disable BattlEye for story mode play, and secondly, Rockstar has added a no BattlEye launch argument to disable BattlEye when needed on third-party launchers, and of course once again stated, for story mode. Rockstar was keen on making us believe this was done to keep modders away from GTA Online and only in story mode play, but if you listen very closely to Rockstar's intentions on keeping modding in story mode and away from GTA Online, don't you think they made it a little too obvious that they desperately want to keep modding in story mode? It almost makes it a little too obvious that Rockstar secretly wants modding to continue in GTA Online, but repeatedly insisted that modders could only mod in story mode single player. To us, these patch notes make it look like the obvious. No more modding can happen in online, and can only happen in story mode. But to these mod developers, they were given a riddle which was solved within 6 hours after the update released, which follows along these public chat messages I have revealed in another video besides this, where these modders have found a way to bypass the anti-cheat Rockstar has implemented, and therefore, modding shall continue to this day and beyond in GTA Online. Now, some of you may blame BattlEye for proving to be a terrible kernel-based anti-cheat for this game, and don't get me wrong, not all anti-cheats are perfect, but as you can see in this snip I took, this had only happened to me after the anti-cheat had released, which means BattlEye is doing its best based on the notes Rockstar had ordered it to do, and one of these notes had ultimately led to Rockstar committing one small mistake that had led to mod developers solving Rockstar's riddle within their patch notes and to continue to mod in GTA Online. Now the real question is this: why am I saying in this video that Rockstar is not ready to let go of modding just yet from their game? Well, the answer is quite simple. Let me explain. So imagine a scenario where Rockstar owns a candy store, like they own GTA Online, and they're asleep to the music that money makes as it continues to enter their pockets from microtransactions from this game, such as the music you're listening to right now. In the meanwhile, this candy store keeps getting robbed endlessly, such as how modders are continuously messing with and ruining players' experiences, such as this store clerk having a gun pointed in his face by these modders. And when these innocent players need the most help, Rockstar is never there for them, leading to the ultimate demise of these players facing the consequences of just how bad modding can get, which I've explained on my rant video that I will show the link of in the description below. So now, after 11 years of crying out for help, Rockstar hires a security guard for their candy store known as BattlEye, in which under BattlEye's contract, claims to defend the online sessions from cheating, such as to how this guard will prevent anyone from entering the store who has a gun on them. After all this information I have shown to you, what do you think these modders will do? It's quite simple, really. First of all, let me bring you back to this showcase of patch notes Rockstar has showcased to the public, stating to us that number 1, BattlEye can be disabled through Rockstar Launcher with these simple steps of generally finding your Rockstar Launcher and clicking on it, and then signing in and then clicking on the settings on the top right of this launcher, and then finding the option labeled BattlEye under General tab, and simply disabling it by clicking on the square, making sure it turns from orange to dark. I also find it quite interesting how Rockstar has stated that you can enable BattlEye anti-cheat in supported titles, which may be required for online play. In other words, in proper plain English, this means it's not necessarily always needed or required, but when it is, it sometimes is or sometimes isn't. And 2, the launch argument no BattlEye has been added to disable BattlEye when needed on third-party launchers. To us, as I've explained earlier, this may look like something that can only be done to let modders play by themselves in specifically story mode, especially that was always repeated in both of these options. But to a mod menu developer, they clearly read these notes and understood that besides needing to disable BattlEye on Rockstar's launcher, they also took advantage of Rockstar giving BattlEye the instruction to not work when a player needs to run a third-party launcher. To explain to you what this second argument meant as simplest as I could for everyone to understand and therefore understand how this had led to the unfortunate outcome, let me refresh your memory and remind you how Rockstar generally hired BattlEye to guard online sessions from cheaters, like how the store owner hired a security guard to guard their candy store from robbers. But with the addition of a launch argument from Rockstar to BattlEye stating, "No BattlEye has been added to disable BattlEye when needed on third-party launchers," Rockstar simply hired a guard directly from BattlEye to prevent anyone from entering their store who holds a gun, but Rockstar gave them an instruction where anyone could enter the store if they were legally allowed to wield a gun in public and enter gun-restricted interiors, such as a police officer. In conclusion of this statement, it wasn't BattlEye's fault for allowing modders to continue modding in GTA Online, but it was the fault of Rockstar who told BattlEye to not do its job of protecting online sessions from these modders when this modder would especially just simply use a third-party launcher. So in this illustration provided, you can see now how the modder after the anti-cheat update would continue to hold onto their mod menu, such as from stand to take one, or even from a new mod menu an anonymous source has brought to my attention recently called New Way, and use this mod menu as a third-party launcher to disable BattlEye upon launching GTA Online. And how the BattlEye disguise would simply be the mod menu developer who also says, "Hey, I'm you, let me guard the store from the inside, and you do not need to do your job anymore," which lays off BattlEye because it's convinced by the arguments given by Rockstar to follow what Rockstar said and therefore let the modder in because it's told to not do its job anymore. And finally, in conclusion, how the Rockstar guy who hired BattlEye would interfere and state once again, whoever needs to run a third-party launcher, you do not need to work anymore and let them do what they do best, which is to mod. In the end of this, I hope I made it clear to you how Rockstar, even after adding an anti-cheat, had simply wished to not get rid of modding completely from their game, and would continue to let modding happen in GTA Online to this day and beyond, especially through a third-party launcher that modders are taking full advantage of and turning their mod menus into third-party launchers that not only injects the mod menu for the modder, but can also launch GTA Online through these menus as well. Something Rockstar never thought would have been done had been done. Is it too late for Rockstar to undo the damage committed by modders 1 week after making a return to GTA Online? The likelihood is no, because as of now, these said mod developers from especially Stand, 2 Take 1, and even New Way have found a new way to stand strong against the newly implemented anti-cheat and continue to take over one lobby after the other. Thank you for watching part 2 of my official rant on the modding situation, and if you need to watch part 1 before I upload any new Modders Caught series videos every Monday night as best as I try to, I will post the link of that video in the description below. And this is how I know that Rockstar was not yet ready to let go of modding. Have a good day everyone, and good luck and be safe out there.